How's things, everybody? A Durban from Athlone here. Go and subscribe to Irish Footy Vlogs for the best League of Ireland content.
Welcome to Irish Footy Vlogs and welcome to the final First Division review show of the season. Of course, we will have a playoff special as well. But Philip, looking tired there. We won't talk about Shamrock Rovers in this show. We'll get to the Premier soon. We're actually guys shooting the Premier after this, so I'm kind of letting them build up to it, But we'll start with Athlone and Cobh. We finished Athlone 1, Cobh 2. Doing it with the goal for Athlone. Abbott penalty, O'Connell for Cobh, giving them the win. And Cobh, I suppose, finished in the season kind of strongly with a couple of wins there. In the end, they finished 8th in the league. Disappointing enough season for them. Athlone, disappointing enough season for them as well. But Cobh will be happy with the win in the last day of the season here, won't they?
Yeah, it was nice for them to go out and win. I mean, they've had a tough year. And look, I suppose, Keith, that kind of bit of form that you alluded to probably just came off the back of things kind of being finalised, you know what I mean? And like, I hate to say it, but games like that really didn't mean much, So that could probably be one of the reasons for their turn of form. But again, look, you can only beat what's in front of you on the night. And from what I've been speaking to you about, Athlone weren't good enough. So, yeah, no, good finish for Cobh.
Finished Cathal 0, Treacy 2, Stradbrook, Armshaw and Quinn Living with the goals. And look, this just, this result's just been, I suppose, disappointing enough season for Cathal there. I mean, they finished 9th in the end, Philip, and we'll get into Wexford in a minute, but I was taking this before it came on. In the end, probably Cathal ended up being the worst team in the league because obviously Wexford form improved and the last 10 games it got better. Cathal have just gone worse and worse and worse. The season has gone on and ultimately, beaten comfortably here, really.
Yeah, and look, they've been horrendously bad. We all talk about how, at the start of the season, I fancied them to finish in the playoffs pretty strongly, to be honest. I thought they were a sure thing. Not that tends to be a thing anymore, sure thing, but no, like just the way things were going for them, they looked like they were starting to slowly progress. And then obviously this season, that's just derailed any sort of momentum they've had towards a charge to the top flight again. But look, it's a big off season for them, Keith. Big off season, and results like this again. Results don't matter. I think it's more of a reflection phase now. Like when it comes to this part of the season, and they've just been useless, to be honest with you.
Good result for Treacy, to be fair, and expected them fully to win this game. And it cements their place in 4th place, and obviously they'll be looking forward to the playoffs now.
Yeah, 100%, Keith. And look, if there's anyone you'd fancy, in my opinion, it's them. It's just the way the way things went from this season. They shouldn't have been anywhere near where they are. So, look, and that actually is a point that kind of I've reflected on over the season, Keith. A lot of the times I've been saying that about them, but they have got a good squad. Like, do you know what I mean? There's no question about it. Obviously, the management down there has been fantastic, and obviously the coaches are brilliant when it comes to setting up. But they have got a good squad. So I fancy their chances, being completely honest.
Yeah, they've a lot of experience there, to be fair. Wexford finished their season by beating Bray Wanderers 4-2 in Ferrycarrig Park, and it's a calamity from Bray, to be fair. A couple of OGs from Lovage and Clark, Farrell and Moylan scored for Wexford. Kavanagh did get 2 for Bray, but the reason why I'm saying it's a calamity for Bray as well is that Gary Cronin actually went strong in this game, Philip, in the hope that he could win the game and finish out of Treacy. Now, 2 things. I thought Treacy, I was pretty sure Treacy would go to Cabo and win because the season had ended for Cabo. They just wanted to finish it. And, for Bray, I mean, they're after picking up Callum Thompson. He's sent off, so he's going to miss the Galway game. Connor Clifford got a second yellow. Guess what? He misses the Galway game. And there's a couple of lads now who are 50-50 or maybe 60-40 in terms of looking likely they could be injured for the game against Galway. And they lost the game anyway. I think that was a big mistake, I have to say, from Gary Cronin. Like, I don't want to go too much into Galway game because it's obviously the playoff show or whatever. But in this particular game, it wasn't worth that, was it?
No, like you kind of question it. What is the point? Like, do you know what I mean? Get yourself set for next week. Get your bodies back. Play the young lads, and do you know what I mean? you lose the game, as you said, anyways, when you play a strong side. Obviously, doesn't do anything positive for confidence when it comes to
something. They won the game,
like
you still had to hope that Cabo beat Treaty. So it didn't make sense to me. Very odd.
Yeah. So it wasn't as if it was in their own hands, like, do you know what I mean? Like, but look, it is what it is, Keith. Do you know what I mean? Like, in the sense that he's done that now. Will it come back to bite them? I personally don't think so. I think they'll lose regardless. They won't go through. I don't think they're strong enough to get themselves into the top flight. So, obviously, if they come back to bite them in the game against Galway, yeah, of course. But like, I don't think they're going to threaten when it comes to going up. So, it's pretty relevant in that sense.
Yeah, as I said, good end of the season for Wexford. A big win for them. Funnily enough, Jack Moylan got their Player of the Year. I noticed actually an hour or two ago as well, which is mad considering he was only in for half the season. But I doubt they're going to keep on doing next season, are they?
The problem for them, isn't it? With all the young lads, like they come, they play, and they go back then to their parent club, and you know, it's something that hopefully Wexford can get sorted in the future. You know, we've seen the likes of Derry and all, and getting guys tied down. Obviously, Derry not long got lads in, but like the way they do it, Wexford, that is, it could be done better. Do you know what I mean? Because like you think of it, it's going to be nearly a new squad next season. Like I know they have a lot of young lads there, but in terms of their star lads that have been there, they're all on loan. So I think they need to try and get something sorted. But again, their budget and what they can do, fair play to them. They're doing a lot. They're doing a lot of good work down there, and hopefully they can progress again next season and get another couple of lads in, even if it is for the loans. But hopefully in the long term they can get themselves sorted in terms of how their structure is and how they get players in.
Yeah, and Cork City beat Galway 3-0. Hackenen, Byrne and Coleman, which was a good send-off for the Turner's Cross crowd, I suppose. But Galway actually did play a lot of their kids in this game, by the way. And young Heffernan, do you know the Olympic runner, Cathal Heffernan?
Yeah.
His son played 16 years of age, but apparently the youngest player to ever play first team football for Cork City. So that's an interesting one as well. He did play kids in this game and just kind of went, look, we're focused on next week. But good win for Cork, I suppose. And look, they'll be looking at the next season.
Yeah, you pretty much hit the nail on the head, Keith. They need to draw a line now and hopefully progress, because at the end of the day, they're a big club. They don't belong down there, but you know what I mean? You make your own luck, as they say, and they've done things wrong. And even this year, they were really, really poor in phases. But towards the end of the season, they did get a bit stronger. So I would agree with you. Just scratch this season off and try get into those promotion spots or playoff spots for next season.
Yeah, Finn Shelburne won UCD, won Caffrey gave UCD the lead, but Maddie actually equalised late on. And this was a send-off for Ian Morris, ultimately, this game, Philip. And I obviously gave my opinions on it. It'd be interesting to hear some of your opinions on it as well. But it looks like that Damien Duff is going to be the new manager as well, which is going to be very interesting. It's bold, it's risky, but certainly would be interesting, wouldn't it?
Yeah, to be honest with you, Keith, I think it's a good appointment.
If it goes, of course, but yeah.
Yeah, you know, he's just such a footballing man. Look, there's lots of football men out there, like, but I think that no one needs to give him an introduction. Everyone knows who he is. Big profile, you know. Obviously, first proper big step into management, and that's like a big deal for him. Like, and let's be honest, it's not a bad first gig, is it, going to Shels? Like, you know what I mean, as your first proper management role. So, no, I hope he does well. Not too well, of course, but to be honest with you, Keith, it shouldn't have happened, in my opinion. I think the way that this whole situation has been handled has been completely unprofessional. Just in the way that they kind of went about it, we all know that he was basically sacked, but he got basically said, look, he's stepping away. It's not like, do you know what I mean? And people talk, we all know that people talk, and it's everyone knows the truth, but I hope it doesn't come back to bite them again like last season, like when they went down. You know, obviously they stuck by him or whatever, but I don't think that was by choice, to be honest with you. So I know, look, hopefully Damien does well, but fair play to Ian, and he's done a great job there, and in my opinion it was completely wrong decision, but it's football, you move on.
Yeah, interesting stuff. Look, guys, we'll leave it there. Let us know what you think in the comments. Subscribe if you're new, hit your bell notification button, and thanks for watching. Let us know what you think. That's the end of, I suppose, the first division for this season. On to the playoffs. Thanks, guys.
ole, ole.